brackets read, so good luck to the 3 Ridgedale seniors. We have one senior this year, of course, and she is here today to celebrate this day with her family. Please welcome, of course, Jayden Annett and her family. Jayden is being escorted by her mom, Shelly Rojas Annett, as well as her sister, Madison Annett, her brother, Chase Annett, and their new beautiful little niece, Ivy. Jayden has played basketball all 4 years and has also played volleyball, softball, and track throughout her high school career. She is currently enrolled at the Knox County Career Center in the Health Technologies program, where she has obtained her STNA, phlebotomy, and EKG certifications, and is soon going to be testing for her PCA. She has achieved her 2-year letterman in basketball, and she currently works at East Star Nursing Home and wants to continue her education by going to college for nursing. Jayden would like to thank her parents and siblings for always being there for her with support and love every step of the way she has made, as well as she would like to thank all her basketball coaches through the past years up to now, teaching her and guiding her through this long journey. She will always appreciate everything you have done for her. Your senior, Jayden Annett. And we want to congratulate, of course, all seniors from both teams. So let's give all seniors on both teams a nice round of applause.
Celebrate Senior Day here at the Dog Pound with East Knox forward Jayden Annett just receiving recognition for her career with the Bulldogs, who are about to take center stage against visiting Ridgedale in a Saturday matinee girls basketball showdown, streaming exclusively on the OH.REPORT and the all-new Marion County Now. It's the Marion County Game of the Week, taking over your eyeballs and eardrums anywhere the internet can be found, and it's all on the way next.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, Our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now. Our neighborhood, our news.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to your Knox Public Health pregame show. Senior Day here in the Dog Pound. Jayden Annett, volleyball, softball, track, and a 4-year hoop letter winner just celebrated here today, along with the Ridgedale seniors as well, getting their recognition as they should here on a glorious day in Howard. I am Brian Skowronski, hanging out with you guys here this afternoon for a non-conference girls basketball clash, visiting Ridgedale here on the road, looking to get back where they were just a couple of games ago. They've hit a bit of a rough patch, had a 5-game win streak going. This is a team that averages about 10 points a quarter. They allow about the same as well, and still very much in contention for the Northwest Central Conference Championship. But they're going to have to pick up the pieces here late in the season, and certainly would love to get a win to impress the other coaches in the tournament draw that comes up tomorrow. And speaking of the Northwest Central District standings, there they are, sitting all alone in second place, trying to keep pace with the top dogs, the Perry Commodores, and just one game back of them, and they actually play the Commodores in Perry the last game of the season, so that is huge. They would love to build up a little bit of momentum between now and then, and probably one young lady that can get it done for them, that girl that's stepping up to the charity stripe right there. How about the season that Lauren Leslie has been enjoying, leading all of the girl players in Marion County in rebounding so far this season. Pretty decent score as well, and you see defensively she will get after it. Just 5'7", but she is a menace in the lane. Definitely plays a lot bigger than her stature any given afternoon. But they are on the road here in the Dog Pound, a tough place to win, against an East Knox team under Coach Mandy Todd that also would like to get one more win just before the tournament draw tomorrow to try to increase their standings in Division 4 when they jump into tournament. This is a team that we've seen be offensively challenged at times. It's a very young roster. They've gotten better from the start of the season. They'll have to play one of their better games here this afternoon to get a win and knock off the Rockets. But a young lady who I think we've been impressed with each of the last couple of seasons. Girl getting down right there to the jams. Sydney Opfer. She's a developing offensive weapon. She's a fantastic defensive rebounder. You see 10 boards per game. That is the best that we have in Knox County. And with all that length, 6'1", she's got the lanky limbs. I imagine that the block totals are going to continue to come up as she matures and becomes a more veteran player out on the basketball hardwood, but already one of the best athletes that we have in the KMAC. And speaking of the KMAC, let's show you how things are shaking out so far here as we're in the home stretch, and it looks like Centerburg just one win away from clinching an outright KMAC championship. And what a last couple of weeks they have had. Knocked off Cardington Lincoln twice, I believe, in a 6-day stretch. That was huge after getting a game early in the season canceled due to weather. So they had to go head-to-head with the Lady Pirates, who have really been controlling the KMAC for the last several seasons. Beat them twice, knocked off a really good Fredericktown team on their home surface just a few days ago as well. So Centerburg appears to be on their way to winning the conference this season. And the Bulldogs, with another win, can finish ahead of Northmore outside of the cellar, and nobody wants to end in last place in any competition. So Bulldogs certainly will be striving for that here as the season continues to roll along. Beautiful day here in Howard, and it's been a gorgeous week here. Old Man Winter has given us a little bit of a break. Had a bit of a heat wave coming through, and still a nice day today in here inside of the gym. Hoping for more of the same. Trying to send out senior Jayden Annett on top with a win here on senior day. And we are just a couple minutes away from tipping things off here inside of the Dog Pound. Ridgedale and East Knox going to go toe-to-toe in non-conference girls basketball action. We are pleased to have all of you watching out there live and free. We'll pause real quickly, though, for playing of our national anthem. Time for the Star Spangled Banner. And with that, we are just about set for a girls basketball clash here on the hardwood. What's going to determine today's victor? We'll dive into my keys to victory, presented by Knox Public Health. We'll begin with the Bulldogs, who I think you got to control your possessions, make the most of your open looks as well. So if they can run through their offense, knock down some open looks, I like the Dogs to win here at home this afternoon. But on the other side, Ridgedale, this is a team that's just coming off of a nice lengthy win streak where they had a couple weeks unblemished. For them, on your half-court sets, that's where this team really tends to thrive. You got to initiate those, make the most of them, and then contest in the paint. You know, Annette's going to want to get her. She plays down low on the block. So is Sydney Opfer, who runs the floor very, very well. Got to contest in the lane in order to win here on the road this afternoon. Do want to say what's up to everybody out there watching live and free on Facebook and YouTube for our Morrow County Game of the Week. And I see that we've got one of our super fans, Tanner Slusher, chiming in, saying hello, watching from Cardington, cheering on the Dogs here today, so giving some K-Mac love. Jimmy wants to know when Mount Gilead is coming on. Probably pretty soon. I think they're also celebrating Senior Day over there as well. That game will be on Facebook as well as our main YouTube page. We're on YouTube Channel 1 for those of you watching on Facebook that would like to flip over to YouTube. And I'll have the live chat turned on over on YouTube as well. So anytime you guys drop me a comment, I will read it live over the air right here, and especially during home and kitchen supply timeouts, we'll see what the chatter is going on out there online. But now we take you down to the floor. Athletic Director Scott Brinker about to announce the starting lineup for the Bulldogs this afternoon.
And now for your Bulldogs lineup for today. Again, starters only, and as always, we begin with our senior, number 23, Jayden Annett.
There is the senior Jayden Annett getting some love. Big applause.
Number 15, Ella Diamond.
She'll be joined by Ella Diven Jr.
13, Molly Totten.
Here comes Molly Totten.
Number 11, Sydney Opfer.
There's our player spotlight, Sid Opfer.
And number 2, Reese Todd.
And last but not least, Reese Todd. So the senior Annett joined by a bunch of juniors, and then we'll see some freshmen get into the mix here, certainly some sophomores as well for the Bulldogs. Young nucleus of talent for Coach Todd, who would love to get a win here this afternoon on Senior Day. That will wrap up our Knox Public Health pregame show, as we are just about set for the tip-off. Looks like we'll have Brenda Scott going toe-to-toe with Opfer. And the back tap to the Dogs, getting out on the run here. Quick shot on the way from the lefty. Opfer collects, and a great sign for them with the putback. So East Knox, first 2 points here of the afternoon. And the Dogs will start in a half-court man-to-man. Opfer looking to snake her way in for the theft. Nice hustle going down to the floor to keep the drive alive for Lily Ruth and company. As Lauren kicks it out. Dogs being stingy right now out on the perimeter. Not a lot of lanes to drive. They're going to allow Leslie to go left here. Help side defense from Annett. She comes up a little bit late. Opfer comes over with the block shot. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay down here at this end. Second look on our Killbuck Savings Bank replay, and Sid, I mean, she don't even have to leave planet Earth to get blocks. So lanky. She's taller than me. Long arms. And like I mentioned in the pregame, only averaging less than a block per game. I'd like to see that number come up, at least 2 or so. Here's Annett securing the rebound. Dogs pushing ahead, but it's a bad pass. Hannah Cook read it all the way. 5'1" senior coming away with the pilfer, but she gives it right back. Stepping into the lane, there's Totten looking to go coast to coast. Actually sends it back. The lefty three is off target there for Todd, but it's chased down, and new life here on this possession for the Dogs, who get the bucket. And maybe an injured player down on the floor. Let's take a look. Sid underneath. Gorgeous entry pass. And Opfer puts it up and in. So right now it's 4 points for Opfer, none for the opposition, as we're just over 90 seconds here into your Marion County Now game of the week. Very excited with our new collaboration that's just over a month old with the new entity. So if you are a fan of sports and news, trying to keep up with the latest in Marion County, that is the place to check out. Give them a like on Facebook so that you can follow along with the action. Foul's going to go on Molly Totten. Closing out a little bit late, allowing Maddie McKenzie, the freshman, to get the blow-by. And here she is at the free throw line. Good-looking stroke. Gets the Rockets on the board. Second one rims out. Rebounded by Ashley Sesko. But they turn it over. Thefted there by Leslie. Pushing ahead, nearly a travel. Ridgedale maintains. Lauren cut off by Opfer. Open shooter straight away. Off the side of the rim. Battle for possession. McKenzie has it taken away from her. Here's Totten going end to end all the way inside, and she blew it. And then called for the reach and foul. It's about as point blank of a look as you're going to get from Molly Totten. And then insult to injury, picking up the second personal foul. So she's going to have to head over to the sideline. Jasmine Smith will get her first action. 5'8" sophomore into the mix now for the Dogs. Here's Leslie. Turns the corner, mid-range J. Opfer able to secure. Now Smith pulls up, contested jumper into the hands of Annett. Stay down here at this end with the Dogs. I think the home cheering section was hoping to erupt there with the first points on senior day for their lone 12th grader. Instead of Smith, bottoms up from the corner, catch and shoot Jasmine. No second guessing herself, 7-1 early lead here at the Dog Pound for East Knox. Ridgedale has not had very many good looks. That was one, but the shot not even close. It's going to be out of bounds. Ridgedale with another empty possession. Tippy-toe over the line here for Brenda Scott. Dogs with an opportunity to really seize control of this game with a bucket here. Looking for Annett, calling for it down on the block. She'll make a tough catch. Double team comes, and she loses the handle. Picked off here by Murphy right into her hands. Now Hannah pitches back to Leslie, gets a screen. Double team on the baseline. Leslie loses it. Sid with another steal. Sloppy play by Ridgedale. And the Dogs are going to slow things down. Another three ball on the way, and this one finds its mark for Diven. 10-1 start here for the Lady Dogs, and a home and kitchen supply timeout taken by the Rockets, who have just absorbed a big punch right in the gut for this trifecta right there. So a couple of made threes here in the early portion of the contest, and you see on the KCH quarter breakdown, 10-1 right now. East Knox out and running. See if we've got any new action coming in on Facebook and YouTube. Still awaiting our first comments on YouTube Channel 1. In the chat are calming down just a little bit over on the Facebook. So again, drop me a comment. And every Knox Community Hospital timeout, read them right here over here. Again, my name is Brian Skowronski, and since I put it on the graphic, it's got to be true. Aaliyah Skowronski, my daughter, going to be joining me here this afternoon at some portions. She's tracking stats for me today. And she'll break down, let you know what she saw in terms of the trends of the numbers to start each quarter. As we'll start this possession. Half court man-to-man again, the Bulldogs sinking back, just picking up here in the half court. Ruth, nice pass here to Leslie. She made the catch in traffic, but nowhere to go with it. Defended well that time by Diven. And again, they're really shading, allowing these dribble drivers for the Rockets a bit of space because they know that they've got the help inside, and a traveling violation. Opfer holding their ground. And Callie Comer, good size, but just a freshman, scooting the boots before she took her first dribble. And that's something that they like to do down here in Howard. A little boot scooting boogie. Have been knocking them down from long range. Air ball this time right into the hands of Ruth on the long rebound. And Red all the way. Snaking in there is Reese Todd. Quick trigger. Comes up a little bit short and tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Rocket basketball. Second look on the Killbuck Savings Bank instant replay. And that's probably the right call. See Smith, very aggressive, dashing in there, and probably got a couple fingertips on it. Rockets still looking for their first field goal. And we're just about 5 minutes gone by here in the opening frame. Lauren Leslie has been relegated to be much more of a perimeter player, and the turnovers adding up. That's going to be the fourth. And actually, no foul here, excuse me. This is just going to be a giveaway for the Dogs, who have gone cold now after knocking down those back-to-back trifectas, so the lead remains at 9. Ridgedale a chance to try to take a bite out of that. Here's the freshman McKenzie, kick out, catch and shoot on the way for Gleespan. But it's Sid Opfer collecting another rebound up ahead of the pack. Easy left-handed layup, Reese Todd. Double-digit lead now for the Dogs. Off to a great start, and defensively, I love the help side that we're seeing. This is exactly what I've been talking about. They're going to allow a few of those left-handed dribbles, let girls like Maddie go baseline, because they know that on one side they've got Sid Opfer with that great size, and then Annett too. I mean, she's a bit of a beast. Rough throw-in. It's right into the hands there of Diven, but she gets pilfered herself. So it's been a turnover party on both ends. The offense really struggle right here for Ridgedale. And now East Knox doesn't have to be in any hurry on the offensive end. 11-point cushion. And it looks like they're going to get back into a set here with Smith barking out some orders. Now Todd sizing up the defender. Oh, great catch and shoot inside off the diagonal pass. Offer continues her excellent first quarter. She's got 6 of the 14. Smith pokes that out of there. Gleespan has to go into the backcourt to collect. Dogs off the chains right now into the passing lanes, being uber aggressive. Oh, this time the help side went away. Opens things up, and there's Lauren Leslie finally getting the first field goal of the afternoon. And we'll get a timeout taken by Coach Todd. One last look here, and they've done such a great job of allowing the dribble drivers to either go right into the face of Opfer, or left into Annett's territory. That time, Sid probably made a poor decision. They've got a freshman up top. You don't think Callie Comer is much of a shooter. I think only averaging about 4 points per game. Instead, she goes out to defend her, and it turns out to be an easy bucket. Buck 14 remaining here in the opening frame on senior day for the Lady Dogs. Jayden Annett honored before the game. And also a great gesture by the East Knox Athletic Department, as this one uncanned. Missed by Smith. Fighting inside is Melena Strebe. And it gets tied up. But the Ridgedale seniors also got some flowers today. Hannah Cook, Lauren Leslie, Lily Ruth, all three honored before the game. So excellent sportsmanship to kick things off here in Howard. Not so much on the scoreboard, though. They've been a little bit rude to their opponent here on the road. And that is going to continue. How about turnover number 6 here for the Rockets in the opening frame? On pace for 24. See if the Dogs look for a quick shot, or if they try to run off a little bit of clock. I mean, this young lady always looking to shoot early. Smith missing that one, but it's ripped away, and the bunny knocked down in the lane. First points of the afternoon here. Actually, I believe that's the second bucket for Diven. Don't have the player totals up on the scoreboard here this afternoon. Get some free throws coming up. But how about this? Just a rip, and then Ella straight to the rack, high up off the square as well. Largest lead of the afternoon for EK, it's 13. Chance to try to cut into that by a couple points, maybe only one now. And the trip comes up empty-handed for Brenda Scott. And now the Dogs really can take command here already with the largest lead they've enjoyed. Strebe, nice kick inside. Oh, back block. And we're heading the other way. I mean, you can't get a better look than what we saw right here for Isabella Grinnell. Those are killers. 4 seconds now. The Dogs going to get up, defend full court. Strebe a little bit behind. And not even going to get off a shot. That is how the first quarter is going to end with the Dogs in control. 16-3, they lead it as we advance to the second.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
This is your Marion County game of the week. Not looking so good right now for the Marion County squad as Ridgedale trails 16-3 to open up quarter number 2. Special guest Aaliyah Skowronski jumping on with me now. She's tracking stats for us here this afternoon, and I think the two big numbers that jump out, the points in the paint right now for the Bulldogs, they've really collected a lot, and then the turnovers, one too many giveaways for the Rockets.
Yeah, I think that Ridgedale, when they get the ball, they just aren't passing it very great, and if they just learn to connect the passes without getting many turnovers, that they could get a lot more points on the scoreboard. And I feel like East Knox is really using the paint to their advantage. They could get more fouls and more free throws, but other than that, they're doing really well and passing the ball very good.
Yeah, they've certainly been aggressive offensively, and when they can get the ball down low on the block, they've missed about 2 or 3 easy ones as well. But how many two-pointers have the Dogs already knocked down?
They've already knocked down 5.
Almost a 6th. And how about Opfer collecting her own miss? I mean, what a monster inside she is. 2 offensive rebounds here on that possession. And it's the bigs right now, the senior Annett and then Sid Opfer, that are really making a difference. When you're talking about a 6'1" girl and then Annett inside about 5'9", I mean, you played against some monsters last year. It's tough when you're going against big-time size.
Oh, for sure. It's always scary to get blocked by them and very scary to just be by them in general because I'm very small.
But big in terms of your voice. Thanks for breaking down those stats for us, Aaliyah. We'll check up with you again at halftime.
All right, bye.
Aaliyah Skowronski, our stat tracker here this afternoon, helping me out. And Annett helping out her squad as she goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and the senior on the scoreboard here on senior day. Dogs sticking with their half-court man-to-man. It has been very effective so far. Leslie and company have really struggled trying to get it down low, and that's case in point. Oh, but how about the thefts and the bucket? 6 steal right there from Hannah Cook. Scott, the recipient, on the other end. And another one. Oh, my goodness. So Ridgedale on the fast break. Hannah Murphy, the sophomore, couldn't knock it down. We'll see if it changes things here. It will not. No points for the Dogs at the other end. Murphy again skirting the other way. This time opposite hand, and it's the same result. 2 missed layups by Hannah Murphy. The Dogs trying to get out and running. And we'll get a foul on the floor. No free throws coming up First personal foul on either side. Actually, excuse me, that's going to be the second here on Ridgedale. First assessed to Lauren Leslie. Brenda Scott heading over to the bench. Just get a quick breather here. Smith tries the right side, now has to back it out. They'll swing things around here through Taunton. Opfer really active down low against this 2-3 zone. Trying to find some of the soft spots. Smith again. She's always looking for her own offense. Misfires here. And it's not a bad idea when you've got both Annett and Opfer working down on the block to get up some shots when they're both in the painted area. Let's hope they can go collect a miss, get some stick backs. It's happened a couple times so far already this afternoon. Two the total so far here in this quarter as Divin. Excuse me, that was Taunton reading it. And Molly is going to send that one all the way to the backcourt. Smith looked like she was trying to do one of those soccer rainbows with the ball. Show off for the home crowd. She'll head over to the sideline, as will Melena Strebe. Solid freshman minutes for number 4. Here goes another freshman inside. Seen Comer not wanting to shoot it when she gets down low. Haley Townsend, though, will. And there's a whole bunch of diaper dandies out here performing this afternoon. Townsend, 5'7" freshman, getting on the scoreboard for the first time here this afternoon. 3 ball on the way. Swish from long range here for Todd. Looking like a football score out there, 21-7. Got the Pro Bowl going down tomorrow. If you're watching live and free with me, let me know your thoughts of the new setup for the Pro Bowl as Leslie gets to the rack. That's her first field goal. I know they had some skills competitions going on a couple nights ago. It's kind of a whole thing now, right? Like a few-day extravaganza. I have not paid attention the last 2 years since they've redefined the format, but I hear it's actually better. Just always in the gym. Don't have a ton of time to keep an eye on that stuff, but tomorrow I am going to tune in and see what the flag football is all about. Fancy footwork right here is going to land Maddie McKenzie on the free throw line, another one of these freshmen. And for Ridgedale, when you look at just how many youngsters are in the mix to be a couple games over 500, true testament to them and their season. Conference hasn't been as strong as you would come to expect from the Northwest Central. I think only, 2 teams, maybe 3 above 500 so far in the season. She's able to collect her own miss here. So new life off the offensive rebound for this possession. But Leslie steps out of bounds. Another turnover here for Ridgedale. 8 of them so far here through a quarter and a half. Taunton diving, going to split things up top. Seen Todd knock down some shots over from this left corner. We'll see if they can set her up again. Offer hands everywhere. And coming away from the pack is Hannah Cook. She'll leak out to the right wing. Skip pass now. And again, a nice drive and more free throws coming up for Maddie McKenzie. Looking to make up for the last 2 misses her previous trip. And Maddie's now missed all 3 of her offerings from the charity stripe. Free throws can be so valuable for your team by the end of the night. Deficit trimmed down to 11 with the make. As Maddie heads over to the sideline, she'll catch a quick breather. Rockets going to stick with their 2-3 zone, and they'll really head out to the perimeter and try to match up. I think that pass a little too quick for the Dogs. Wait for Annett to establish herself down there. Doesn't have the greatest catch radius. Let her establish, and then hit her with the bounce pass inside. Oh, how about the blow-by? Probably should have been an offensive foul. Still get the ball back to the Bulldogs. But, I mean, Brenda just lowers her shoulder. Boom. Perfect defense that time for Ella Diven. And here she comes with the basketball. Over to Totten. Ella left all alone straight away. Not this time. Todd, though, collects. Tries to funnel it inside. Now she'll lob it over the top to Annett. Missed it. Diven got her back. Diven with her third field goal of the opening half. Bulldogs don't really have a premier scorer. Everyone at 8 points or less per contest. When you're only scoring about 35 per game, though, it's tough to have young ladies averaging in double figures, I suppose. Five-second violation. East Knox, that's one thing that we know that they can do, certainly is defend. They've done that all year, holding their opponents under 44 points per game on the campaign. Last couple of losses, though, they gave up 58 against Cardington, 52 in a loss against Danville. Diving against to the rack. Ella closing in on double figures, having a huge first-half performance. Probably the leader in the clubhouse right now to be our MVP of the contest. But plenty of time still remaining. 18 minutes, have no idea where Townsend's trying to go with that basketball. Nobody in sight in a Rocket jersey. And it leaves Ella open. Misfires. Ripped away in net. So strong inside. Molly back iron. Right to Ella again. Wow, and they'll get a fourth offensive rebound. So East Knox crushing the board work right now. Annett still has not hit a field goal, but what a 40-second span right there for the Dogs. You saw just basically no blockouts for Ridgedale, allowing East Knox to get to every loose ball. That was, what, 6 shot attempts, Aaliyah? 6 shot attempts, and they finally capitalized. It's got to be demoralizing for Ridgedale, and that doesn't help either. Brenda Scott trying to go to work, loses the handle. That would have put Diven at 10 points. One and done this time for the Rockets. Doing a much better job keeping the Dogs off the offensive glass. But boy, dude, their offensive possessions right now, they're just looking out of sorts. As Brenda takes a fall, they are going to get a clean look long too, but it's an air ball into the hands of Annett. And they'll take a quick timeout here to check on Brenda Scott. 4 subs checking in here for the Rockets. They'll leave Lily Ruth out on the floor. Last 25 seconds, it has been all East Knox here in the Dog Pound so far this afternoon. They have led from start to finish. This is their largest lead of the afternoon and a chance to grow it. Final 10 seconds, clean look. Not this time for Reese. She's knocked down a couple threes. And the loose ball heads over to the Ridgedale bench. That's where they'll throw it in. Got 3.5 seconds to play with. Didn't get off a shot at the end of the first quarter. This time Ruth will. Good if it goes, but it comes up short. And we have got 2 quarters in the books here in Howard. The Dogs flexing here so far this afternoon on Senior Day. We'll take a quick timeout. We will be back. Break down the first half stats. Give you some thoughts on what we saw. Leah Skowronski will join us with all those numbers. And we'll tell you what else we got going on the OH Report here this afternoon. You're enjoying live and free girls high school hoops on your Morrow Marion County Now Game of the Week. Be back in just a second.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Join me, Travis Big League Berardi, every other Wednesday for my Country Roads rankings, the top 5 girls and boys small school basketball squads right here in the area.
Exclusively on The Joe Show.
You're enjoying live and free girls high school basketball on a Saturday afternoon, thanks to contributions from our generous sponsors. Marion County Now, the brand new news and sports outlet for Marion County. Check them out on Facebook and their website as well. Knox Public Health, committed to the health of the community by promoting healthy lifestyles, preventing illness, and protecting the community. Killbuck Savings Bank, community banking, it's what they do, it's who they are every single day. And Knox Community Hospital, where they are in the community for the community. We'll be back here in just a couple of seconds. We'll break down your first half stats. Stay with us. It's halftime in Howard. We've played 2 quarters, and right now the Bulldogs on senior day loving the view of the scoreboard as they lead it 27-10. I'm Brian Skowronski. Aaliyah Skowronski joining me now. She has your stat breakdown coming up here in just a second. But we see the lopsided scoreboard. East Knox just 5 wins on the year. Ridgedale 10, sitting in second place in their conference. But so far it's been a mismatch the other way. What's kind of led to the Bulldogs getting out in front and having this sizable lead?
They've really been really strong in the paint, and they've been finding their way in to make easy 2-point shots. They've also made a few threes, which Ridgedale has made none, so that has also put them up by 9 points. They are constant on their free throws, making 2 out of 2 of their shots, and for Ridgedale's free throws, they've had 8 attempts but have only made 2. So if they would start making more free throws, they would be more. They would have more points on the scoreboard, getting them to be closer to tying with East Knox. They also have made only 4 2-pointers, while East Knox has made 8. So they've doubled their points in the paint.
That's your halftime show scoreboard presented by Knox Public Health, where they're protecting, promoting, and preventing health and diseases right here in Knox County. So for that first half, Aaliyah, we'll check out our player spotlights. Lauren Leslie, the leading rebounder in all of Marion County, held to just 2 points. She's their leading scorer as well, just 1 field goal. What did you like about defensively what East Knox was able to do? Because it felt like they were allowing girls to dribble drive into the paint, but certainly they had the backup defense for them waiting with those secondary looks in the lane.
They were very good at their defense. They had a lot of times where they were just knocking the ball away from the girls, and even though it wasn't a complete turnover, they were stopping the girls from passing it further and stopping point opportunities. They were also very good at the girls in the paint blocking and making sure that they weren't able to shoot. So that is an even better chance of them getting a turnover or a block. And that's also helped them go back to their side and score more points as well.
All right, so let's the player spotlight over here. Let's zip down to the other end, and we'll check out Sydney Opfer. 6 points for her, all of them coming on second chance points, I believe. Actually, no, there was one set up, a couple of offensive rebounds, and she got her 6 points that way. So that's pretty much her season average for scoring right now. The 2 blocks, though, I like what she brings in terms of her defensive prowess because she knows she doesn't even have to jump. She's the tallest girl on the floor. She's got those go-go gadget arms, and she's just putting them up. She's walling off, and she's making a big difference.
I really agree. It's a really good thing that she has, just being able to be in the paint and just put her hands up, and it's just really easy for her, not really having to try, and it's really good for the whole team because she can just grab the ball and she can throw it over everyone's head to the other side for easy points.
Just everything natural when you're 6'1", seeing over the top of the defense. Well, that is your statistical update and breakdown, courtesy of Miss Aaliyah Skowronski. What's your thoughts and expectations as we head into the second half? The spread right now is 17. East Knox has outscored them. Do you feel like Ridgedale gets back into this game, makes it a little bit closer, or is it the day of the dog, and do you think that they're going to just keep eating it up?
I think that East Knox is still going to keep eating it up. If they start having less turnovers and start passing the ball a lot better and just keep getting the points that they are, I feel like they could have a great game. And Ridgedale, if they make more threes and just get their free throws up on their average, then they could come back. But I don't think they're going to win.
it would certainly be tough for them to dig out of this 17-point hole. All right, thank you so much, Aaliyah, for
You're
the
welcome.
breakdown. We'll catch up with Aaliyah again at the beginning of the fourth quarter, as it will be East Knox basketball. They'll have it to open up this third and a chance to add onto this lopsided differential. Ridgedale gonna continue to sit in their 2-3 zone. Opfer pushed way out. They'll get it to Annett on the block. Beautiful passing, sets up Reese. And the long rebound comes out, collected by Cook. So no points on the first possession there for the Dogs. Got an excellent look, though, from Reese Todd, who knocked down a couple already. Good-looking lob over the top, but the finishing ability by Gleespin. Not there. She can't knock it down. By my count, that's about 5 bunnies the Ridgedale has just left on the table. As Annett gets her shot blocked inside. Opfer working. And she'll head to the free throw line. You see Jayden turning into heavy traffic. It looked like Callie probably got a little chunk of that one. And then the extra bursts, effort, and energy from Sid Opfer lands her on the charity stripe. It's her 7th point now. Right on her season average. And she'll knock down the pair. Both these teams will compete in Division 4 when they get into the tournament. Both will find out their destiny on the tournament trail as well tomorrow. And the state of Ohio, for boys and girls this year, using a special formula produced by Max Preps that will determine the seeding. And then they'll have to figure out which matchups they elect to go with. So the Bulldogs, even though they just have those 5 wins, they've been pretty competitive in a lot of games as Leslie gets the blow by, but this has been the problem for them. They get point-blank range, and they just have not been able to finish off some clean opportunities, and that's why they're sitting on 10 points about 18 minutes here into the competition. It's just been one of those days for the Rockets. But this is a place where you can just see the ball go in the basket from the free throw line, and sometimes it can spark you a little bit. 2 of 9, though. So Ridgedale has not done themselves any favors at the free throw line, though this time Lauren knocks down the second. Diven had a fantastic first half. Opfer drops it down inside for Annett. Offensive rebound by Sid. No second chance points on that opportunity, though. As Lauren goes baseline, sets up her teammate. It comes up short. Opfer with another rebound. Off and running comes Totten, and she'll set up Reese. 20-point margin now. Biggest of the afternoon. Catch and shoot. Ridgedale looking for their first trifecta of the afternoon. Tipped out of bounds here by Diven. So the ball will stay down at this end. Looked like Lily Ruth just checked in off the bench. See if they can get her some touches. Mackenzie knifes her way in, sets her up outside. Misfired, missed everything. And back over to the Dogs. 5:25 remaining here in the third period. East Knox looking for win number 6 on the season. And what are we going to get here? It's going to stay down at this end. Maddie McKenzie, quick hands, was able to come away with the steal and push the other way before getting locked up by East Knox. Over the left shoulder, that one off the front rim for Ruth. But inside, Comer shoots it up, collects another miss. So 2 offensive rebounds on this possession. See if the Rockets can come away with any points. They will not. But they regain possession here with Ruth in the backcourt. And an offensive foul actually assessed to Lily on that last drive. And kind of deja vu for Ridgedale here in the third period. Looking a lot like the first. They've just got the 1 point so far. I think it took them about 5 minutes to get their first field goal in the opening frame. They'll try to do so now with Brenda Scott checking into the mix. Callie heads over to the sideline. First action of the third quarter here for Jasmine Smith. And she's kind of like a microwave, instant offense when she gets out there. Always looking to score. And Annette can't make the catch. So it'll be a giveaway here for the Dogs. Offense at a premium. 5 total points here in the third quarter. With the pressure, McKenzie has to go by. Now Lauren, quick move. Diven stayed with her. Now stepping into trouble, the kick out here for Maddie McKenzie. And from the free throw line, too much from Gleesman. Smith lost her footing. That'll be back-to-back giveaways now for East Knox. Turnover number 3 for the Dogs in this third. Not a lot of momentum, continuity going here in this game. Lauren with the nice pitch out off the drive. I think Opfer got a clean piece of that one. Be her third block. As we'll get a jump ball. Take a second look. Even if Opfer didn't get a piece of it, obviously she had huge impact on that last shot from Brenda. As we'll get a Knox Community Hospital timeout taken on the floor. 4-1 East Knox is the count so far. Head back over to Facebook. No new comments coming in here of late, so do encourage you all to let me know where you're watching from here this afternoon. Who are you cheering for? Always love hearing from the fans. And over on YouTube, I see Jory Skowronski has someone chiming in on her account that says, "Hi, it's me, Michael." What's up, Mike? Michael got a big win in third grade basketball this morning. The Mansfield YMCA. So shout out to the Gold Cavs team. Do love the Cavs junior program that they have going. Not sure if there's one down here in Knox County, but in Richland County, really is a solid program that they have for the youth. Lots of different teams, even cheerleaders and activities. Good feeder system for the schools up in that area. As we're back to action now, teams from Marion and Knox counties going toe-to-toe here this afternoon. Right now, it's the ladies from Knox having the run of play. But another offensive rebound. Been collecting quite a few of those here lately, has Ridgedale. As Lauren comes up short, collects her own miss. So blocking out, maybe you think of the past right now for East Knox. So they'll lob that over the top. Pass out to McKenzie. Sets up short corner Jay, too strong for Ruth. But another opportunity here for the Ridgedale Rockets. Lauren, floater, short. And that's how the possession will end. But a lot of looks there for the Rockets. It's just been one of those afternoons for them. Feels like there's a lid over the bucket. They've had lots of really good looks. Shooters just have not been able to knock them down. Just 4 made field goals for Ridgedale. None yet here in the third quarter, sitting on 1 point. From the short quarter, Molly dribbles in. She misses it from point-blank range. Out ahead of the pack here, Townsend. Spins into some trouble. And we'll get a jump ball. Lucky she wasn't called for a travel, as Haley, spinning into a triple team, kind of lost the handle. Possession arrow, though, heading the other way. They'll start it in the hands of Jasmine Smith. And she's going to pick up the personal here. It's going to be the first on Jasmine. Really just a rough stanza if you're a fan of good, clean, offensive basketball. No momentum at all. A lot of air balls. And if you're East Knox, you're perfectly okay with this, enjoying a 20-point cushion on the scoreboard. Rockets going to have to start knocking down some shots if they want any opportunity of trying to get back into this game, but trailing by 20 in only 10 minutes remaining. They are certainly going to be up against it. Chasing that ball out to the corner is Grinnell, and she's going to get knocked down. Too handsy there for Brenda Scott. Picks up her second personal foul. That'll be the 4th on Ridgedale here in the frame. East Knox will head to the free throw line for all defensive fouls coming the rest of the way here in the third. And Scott's going to get spelled out. Comer back into the mix. Offers some good size in the interior for Ridgedale. Molly into Sid. Oh, nice move over the left shoulder. Couldn't knock it down. She faked out a couple of different Rocket defenders. Now Jasmine, the quick hands, kind of sweeps that one to the outside. Cross-court pass, deflected. Race for the ball, won by Murphy. Couple free throws on the way. Good aggressive take this time. Molly Totten, a little slow to move her feet with the first little bound. And it's going to land Maddie McKenzie on the free throw line. She has not shot it very well from the charity stripe here today. This is her third trip. But splashes the first offering. Foul here assessed to Isabella Grinnell, her second. Third team foul on the Dogs, so they still have one to give. As Sid able to squeeze that rebound, 3-on-3. And just really rough pass there. Strebe eyeballing where she was going to go with it the whole way. I think both these teams going to be okay just getting this third quarter behind us. Final minute. Can either side get a little something going offensively here in the closing 50 seconds? Dogs are going to try to do so with 3 fresh bodies checking in. Jayden Annett along with Reese Todd into the mix. East Knox had 27 points at the half, just 4 here in the third. Ridgedale, 2 points. No field goals. Do they get one here? Cannot. I think they're about 0 for 16 shooting here in the frame. But they've been the recipient of some really careless turnovers from East Knox, so you can't bury them just yet. I mean, 19-point difference. But it has been a defensive battle, a struggle. Ruth pitches it out to the corner. Head fake here for Townsend. And Opfer, I think, got a piece of that one. Sydney Opfer has not allowed anything easy in the paint. Third opportunity, and Sid drops that one home. One of the few buckets we've had here in the third period. Just the second to be exact. As the final seconds have ticked away, East Knox adding to their lead with a 6-2 third quarter. We head to money time with the Dogs well in control.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
We have reached money time on your Marion County Now game of the week. 33-12 is what we're looking at right now. East Knox with the lead, but it's Ridgedale with the basketball. As we welcome in our stat tracker, Aaliyah Skowronski, rattle off a couple of numbers that really stood out there in that third.
For the third quarter, I really thought that Ridgedale was going to make a few more 2s or maybe a few more 3s, but they were 0-17 for the paint and for 3s too. They made a total of, 4 points? 2 points?
2 points, both at the free throw line.
I really thought that they were going to come back a little bit in the third quarter, but they didn't. And another thing that I really saw is that East Knox really didn't have that many turnovers. They only had around 6 when last time they had about 8 or 9 in a quarter. So they've definitely toned down on the turnovers. They've made no 3s, but they made 3 2s. And Ridgedale just made a 2, so
yeah, let's take a look at it right now. I mean, it's their first one of the second half, so if we didn't show a replay, we'd really not be doing them a favor here.
Right.
And how about this little guy trying to make his journey to the top of the mountain? Oh, almost made it without taking a spill. But that's life right now in Howard. A little bit more exciting in the bleachers than what we've seen out on the floor here as of late. Offensively, the continuity wasn't great there in that third quarter, but things seem to be picking up here in the fourth. What's your expectations here down the stretch, Aaliyah?
I expect that East Knox will calm down on the turnovers a little bit because they did calm down in the third quarter as well. I feel like East Knox is also going to have better passing now that they've kind of gotten into the game and calmed down a little bit. Now they're up by 20, they can just calm down and not be as frantic. So I feel like the passing is going to be better. Shooting-wise, I don't really think they need to shoot that much. They just need to keep their defense up and just make sure that Ridgedale doesn't score.
Well, they've been doing an excellent job of that, holding them to 14 so far. All right, that's our stat tracker, Aaliyah Skowronski, with your latest update. Thanks, Aaliyah.
You're welcome.
It's going to be a long 2. And a tie-up jump ball will be the call. Nice battle inside. Diving. Hanging on for dear life along with Comer. Possession arrow gets it back into the hands of the ladies that call Howard home. Inside of the dog pound. And looking to get it to their senior. Doesn't have a bucket yet, does Jayden Annett. She's got about 8 shots, though. Couple points at the free throw line. Went 2 for 2 her only trip. But they would love to get her bare minimum 1 field goal here down the stretch. I got to imagine that's kind of the point of emphasis for Coach Todd and the ladies out on the floor right now. And Mandy's going to take a Knox Community Hospital timeout. Doesn't look like we have any new comments coming in on the Facebooks or the YouTubes. We do have more games going on live and free right now on the OH Report within the KMAC Conference. Mount Gilead, the Lady Indians, hosting Bucyrus this afternoon. And the defending KMAC champs on the ropes right now, trailing 21-9 at home. That score with 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Also coming up tonight, got a big clash at the Castle. Danville heading to Northmore. We'll have a live stream of that boys action with Travis Berardi on the call. And probably the biggest game of the night that we'll have, Colonel Crawford and Cary boys are going head-to-head. The top 2 teams in the Northern 10 Conference will clash. A highlight of that one coming courtesy of Maddie Mad Dog Zazzuto. So we're going to have free throws coming up for Annett, as I'll show a replay back at the other end. And this is the second made field goal in the second half now for the Rockets. And it's the freshman Maddie McKenzie putting that one home. I think that's her first made field goal of the afternoon. They've only got 6 total as a team. So there have not been a lot of points to go around. But another one here for Jayden. She's got 3 points here on senior night. And, oh, no friendly roll offer with the rebound. Snatched away. Rockets, a 1-on-3, but the freshmen don't care. She's going right at everybody. And it won't cost them. Ridgedale going to get the ball back. No call right there. A lot of contacts, of course. Like seeing Reese Todd stand in strong and absorb the contact. Comer facing up, wanted to dive it down to Lauren Leslie, working on the block. Now Lauren's got to come out and save the day. She's got Jasmine on her. Off the screen, things open up. And the setup, but turned away. Opfer, block number, bare minimum 4. Might have been her 5th. This might be the prettiest. Pow! And she's got it down. She knows. That time, I mean, she jumped maybe 4 or 5 inches. If she just extends her arms and goes straight up like she did pretty much right there, it is going to be really tough for her opponents to go over that lankiness. Nice find in traffic here. Lauren heading to the free throw line. Leslie, the top rebounder in all of Marion County. We'll try to get the deficit under 20 here with the make. Oh for 2. Ridgedale has not shot it well from anywhere on the floor. At the free throw line, though, they're, I think, about 30% on the day. It's a big uptick from what they're shooting on the floor, though. Probably about 10% shooting, maybe worse. But they've got 3 field goals here in the fourth quarter. The latest from Lily Ruth, so senior getting in on the action. Reach-in foul will be the 3rd here against the Rockets, as we'll check back. Tough shot in amongst the trees that time for Ruth. Diven has been scoreless so far here in the second half. Had a game-high 8 points in the first, and she'll get ripped off right here. Rockets heading the other way. Active hands for Annett. Knocks it out of the hands of Hannah Murphy. Thought she was going to be cruising on her way into the lane. And she'll now check out. New player in is Rochelle Gleespin. Leslie dribbles herself into trouble. Going to call a bump against Diven. It's going to be the second team foul here against East Knox. Pretty minimal contact. Certainly had an effect there on Lauren. Just the first foul on Ella. Deep 3. Too strong. Leslie connects on a nice pass to the freshman. And Maddie McKenzie with her second field goal here in the fourth. Timeout taken on the floor, and all of a sudden, Rockets getting their act together offensively. This is their highest scoring frame so far. 8 points. And still a ways to go, more than half of the fourth quarter. See Deborah Adams chiming in over on YouTube. Says, woohoo, Lady Dogs, and another woohoo. And really enjoying the defense that she saw from Sydney Opfer a little while ago. Said, nice block, Sid. Thanks for chiming in, Deb. Still 5:19 remaining on the clock. Saturday matinee for girls hoops. Here on the OH Report. 2 games going live and free, each featuring a KMAC team. And right now, it's the senior, Annett. Fouled on the floor. That was the final foul to give for the Rockets. And you can tell they're wanting Jayden to get that field goal. Ridgedale's doing everything they can to try to keep Annett off the scoreboard. That pass too tall for her. Maddie going end to end. She's had a phenomenal fourth. This is the closest we've been in a while. 14-point gap. But that's going to be shooting foul. 5th foul against Ridgedale. Kenzie looks to be a little bit shaken up as she picks up her second. But let's remember happier times. How about this? Remember that interception when you went in for the layup? 5'6" freshman. Looked like she might have caught a little bit of contact in the windpipe, perhaps. That's what she's favoring right now as she checks out. And we'll take a look back here on the last foul. And yeah, just grabbing her throat immediately. So it'll put the freshman Strebe at the free throw line, converts the first. Molina goes 2 for 2. And a little bit of renewed energy seems to be cascading down to the floor from the home support system as they'll get a turnover. Hannah Murphy not fast enough to get there in time and just had to tiptoe and stepping over the end line. Back over to East Knox. Let's see what they draw up here. They'll just get Smith. No one's going to guard her. She puts it up. Annett turns inside, and she's heading back to the charity stripe. It's going to be her 3rd trip to the free throw line. Jayden's had a ton of offensive rebounds. I'll have to try to get a final count. Jayden Annett now with 4 points. Lead swells back up to 17. Just 4 points though, 6 for the Dogs here in this 4th. Smith was out ahead of the pack. Totten didn't recognize it until too late. Opfer tries the left side, and she'll head to the free throw line. Just squared up and a reach in there on Brenda Scott. 4th personal foul on Brenda. Air ball from Sydney on the first free throw attempt. As we're just about at the midway point here of 4th quarter action. Dogs looking to collect their 6th win of the year. And we got another foul, or free throw lane violation, rather. Turning opposite way, forcing up a shot is Ridgedale inside and Hannah Murphy. So it's 1 and done. Dogs send it forward for Smith, makes the catch. Can't get the finish, but she keeps it alive with Totten chasing it down. Now Smith catch and shoot, always looking for her own. End to end. And the bucket for Haley Townsend. Freshman's played quite a few minutes here tonight. Opfer from the foul line, kicks it out. Now back into the hands of Strebe. She fires straight away. Rockets with a 2-on-1. But Molly with the thefts. Here comes Totten, trying to go coast to coast. Left hand, she's fouled. Sixth foul on Ridgedale here in the quarter. Dogs will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Lauren Leslie back into the mix, along with Maddie McKenzie. Good sign to see her shaking off that shot to the throat. Ridgedale with half of their points here in the fourth quarter. They've been looking a lot better offensively. But they'll come away with an air ball, and then Townsend on the tightrope out of bounds. And how about a standing ovation for Jayden Annett, presumably checking out for the final time tonight. The Dogs' lone senior recognized, celebrated here. And we'll get a timeout, a Knox Community Hospital timeout, showcasing the 12-8 stretch here for the Rockets. And a solid afternoon for number 23, earning herself a nice drink and a rest. She's played most of the action here in the fourth quarter, but with this sizable difference, may as well empty the bench if you're head coach Mandy Todd. Let some of these younger players get out there and get a taste of the varsity action. Deborah Adams having a conversation with us out there. Says, peace out. Come on, Purple. Nice, Sid. Must be a big Opfer fan. And, I mean, who isn't? Kid can play. Got great size, runs the floor. Double-digit rebounding average. Love to see her get a bit more aggressive offensively. I think she's far too talented to be limited to about 7 points per game. Strebe has that one poked away, tried to thread the needle into Smith Hightower from the backside. Clobbered it. Sid can't make the catch in traffic, but it sets up Smith from long range. No bueno. Hustle for the basketball. Strebe kept it in. And a jump ball is going to be the call. Dogs will keep it. Nicely done by Jasmine Smith to get down and dirty. Tie that baby up. Lauren Leslie now exits the ball game, likely for the final time here this evening. Referee says the defender obviously got a piece of that one as Strebe had to go into the backcourt and collect it. And she's going to go to the free throw line. We saw the Frosch knock down both of her free throw attempts previously. And you love hearing that sound. Swish. Second one rims out and poked out of bounds by East Knox. Final 2 minutes and change here in Howard. Ridgedale's definitely showed signs of life here in the fourth quarter. As we'll get a jump ball. Stays down here at this end. I think East Knox just... The KMAC this year, I do feel, while, you know, a couple teams are below 500, East Knox being one of them, there's really no easy out. It's a really good competitive league this year with Centerburg, Cardington, Danville, Fredericktown, Mount Gilead, all above 500, and then Northmore and East Knox, the two teams below. But you can see here when they're matching up in the non-conference, enjoying some good times. This is one of their better offensive outputs so far on the season, averaging less than 35 per contest. No made threes yet for Ridgedale. They'll only have about 90 more seconds to try to knock one down as Sydney Opfer initiates the break here. And the swipe. I've seen Maddie McKenzie pick a couple pockets here today. And she's going to go to the free throw line again. She's got some good quickness to her. You see why she's getting so much playing time as a freshman. And in time, getting all these varsity minutes, the finishing ability will come. Second foul assessed to Jasmine Smith. And I don't have her free throw shooting numbers in front of me for the season, but it's been a big challenge here today as McKenzie's been to the free throw line a bunch. And this time we'll split the pair. Letting it fly is Smith yet again. Opfer reaching up for the board. And she'll lose it out of bounds. A lot of ball movement here on this possession. Now down on the block. Nice work, Callie Cromer. Ridgedale's put up a good fight defensively all day. They just weren't able to find anything on the offensive side of things until the fourth quarter, where they've got 15 of the 27, folks, if you're just joining us. Just 2 points, I think, in the third. Nice find. Isabella Grinnell going to have a couple of free throws in her future. This would put East Knox at double digits scoring here in the fourth. Still have one more try. Hannah Murphy just got back out onto the floor. See if she looks for her own shot here. Have to be turned away. Strebe with the nice defense, picked her up. Now Gleespan trying to go to the work. A couple left-handed dribbles. Townsend missed everything. Gleespan inside, double-teamed. And she stepped out of bounds. So East Knox will just have to inbound it, and that will be all she wrote. Solid performance by the Bulldogs here at home to celebrate Senior Day as they pick up win number 6 on the season with a 16-point win over Ridgedale. We'll take a quick commercial timeout. We'll be back. We will have an interview with our Marion County Now player of the game. Also have some final stats and let you know what else we got going on the OH Report tonight. just enjoyed live and free girls basketball, and we are not done here at the Dog Pound. Keep it locked in.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Join me, Travis Big League Berardi, every other Wednesday for my Country Roads rankings, the top 5 girls and boys small school basketball squads right here in the area.
Exclusively on The Joe Show.
You just enjoyed live and free girls high school hoops on a Saturday afternoon, thanks to the all-new Marion County Now. If you want to stay informed with everything that's going down in Marion County, that is the place to be. Knox Public Health, committed to the health of the community by promoting healthy lifestyles, preventing illness, and protecting the community. Killbuck Savings Bank, community banking, it's what they do, it's who they are every single day. And Knox Community Hospital, where they are in the community for the community. We are going to be right back with our MVP. We're going to hear from the senior Jayden Annett coming up in just a moment. We are back now with our Marion County Now MVP, Jayden Annett, honored today on Senior Day, and you get a big-time win, and you got all your girls behind you. So just tell me about this whole experience from start to finish. You're in the spotlight solely, the 112th grader on the team. What's it been like so far?
It has been an experience. Usually, like, you have someone with you, but I've gone this whole season just by myself, but it doesn't even feel like that because I have my whole team supporting me with their love, and it gives you all the strength you need all the way through. And I mean, today they made it all about me. That's what they've been saying the whole season. And I think we all worked so well together, and we all spread the points across the board, and we worked so hard, and that this was a good win for us.
How satisfying is it to get a nice big dub here on Senior Day? I'm sure that you would have loved to collect more wins along the journey so far, but to get it on this particular afternoon got to really be gratifying.
It was absolutely amazing. Just for the win, it gives us motivation for the rest of the season, and we've just been working hard in practice and in games just to come for a win, and just on this day gives us even more strength to carry it on.
Tell me about the drip. What's up with the chain? What does that signify with this program?
This is the game changer. So whoever she thinks is like the person that changed the game the most or had the biggest improvement or something like that kind of gets the chain. And
have you got to wear that a few times this season?
No, but I like how it spreads out against the whole team, how we each have gotten it, or it spreads out. So we each have had the game changer before because we're all we just all play hard, and just different times we get it.
Well, it's still early in the afternoon, so a long ways to go here on this Saturday afternoon. It's Senior Day. You get a big win. How are you going to celebrate? What's the next move?
I think I'm going to go out and eat with my family. I think they just want to go and celebrate.
And it looks like you got all your girls lining up here behind you.
Yeah.
It's shout-out time. I imagine that these girls might be a part of it, but who else do you want to thank?
Absolutely. I want to thank all my family, my dad, my mom, my siblings, and I want to thank all these girls for all their hard work and my coaches for just pushing me through the season.
All right, Jayden, thank you so much for the time. Have fun with your celebration tonight. Can we give it up? Jayden Annett, the MVP of the day. Getting it done with a big win on the road. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Join me, Travis Big League Berardi, every other Wednesday for my Country Roads rankings, the top 5 girls and boys small school basketball squads right here in the area.
Exclusively on The Joe Show.
Four quarters in the books here in Howard as we welcome you back for our Knox Public Health post-game show. Big win for the Dogs here this afternoon on Senior Day, and we just heard from the lone 12th grader on the squad, Jayden Annett, and you can tell gets a lot of love here from her teammates. I'm Brian Skowronski, been hanging out with you all afternoon. Skowronski joining me now, and this is your first time seeing either of these teams. Give me a couple of first impressions and your thoughts on what we saw here.
When I first walked in here, I saw that East Knox had only won about, 4 games, and that Ridgedale had won 10, so I was a little skeptical on how the score was going to turn out. I definitely thought Ridgedale was going to come out on top, but throughout the game, I saw that East Knox had been up the entire game, and that Ridgedale had never come back and passed them, and I was really surprised about that. I really thought that Ridgedale was going to be on top the whole time.
And this is just kind of one of those case in points where the league right now that they play in the Northwest Central Division, not very good. The KMAC East Knox has to play in every single night. They've been battle tested and challenged and probably went a long way to helping them get the win here this evening as we will dive into the final stats of the game. And East Knox ending up with 11 twos, a 3-pack of triples, no threes on the other side for the Rockets, and that was a pretty big difference along with the missed free throws as well.
Yeah, I really think that the Rockets had so many good opportunities to shoot, and if they would have just made those opportunities happen, that they could have come out on top, but they just need to get their average up in making their shots, and that they'll be great. East Knox got really lucky with their shots and made most of them. Some of them were a little off, some of them were really close, but for the most part, they got the shots in the net.
Yeah, that's a great point. Just missing the open looks for the Rockets really changed the complexion of the game as they fell into a deep hole. I think trailed by as many as 24 in the contest, and while they certainly had the run of play in the fourth quarter, they were the better team down the stretch. It was too little too late, and the Dogs were able to cruise to victory. 16-point win, probably their biggest in terms of margin all season long, as they collect win number 7 here this afternoon. That is going to do it, though, for our coverage from Howard, and a big congratulations to Miss Annett and all the seniors that participated today as well. Hannah Cook, Lauren Leslie, and Lily Ruth on the other side, as they were solid contributors for the Rockets in this game. But I know that the whole family, we're a little bit hangry now, Aaliyah, aren't we? So we gotta head off. We gotta get fed. Maybe here locally at the pub. The Howard Hilton, we have been told, is fantastic. Or there's always Buffalo Wild Wings in Mount Vernon, which I know is probably your top vote.
Oh, for sure. I love fried pickles.
All right. Want to give a shout out to all of our generous sponsors, including Knox Public Health, Killbuck Savings Bank, Knox Community Hospital, and the all-new Marion County Now for supporting our live and free coverage here this afternoon. And thank yous to my all-family crew here. Aaliyah Skowronski chiming in here today. She tracked the stats. She gave you some pretty decent breakdowns for a girl who stepped away from basketball this year. We can say just to help out Dad here on the mic. Is that right?
Yeah.
Getting ready for your triumphant return soon. Jory Hollenbeck on the top camera, and then Michael Skowronski running around in the bleachers, just making sure that fun was had here at Howard. That's my crew. Those are my thank yous. A live stream going down right now. Bucyrus is at Mount Gilead if you want to check that one out. And then later tonight, Northmore is at home against Danville. But for now, from Howard, we are signing out. We'll see you guys on Monday for the podcast and play more live streams coming up next week. So long.
Bye.